Hello again, and welcome back to Storm Talk for Nova again. Um, this is Nova from StarCraft. You can take a moment to read her backstory. We'll take a moment to look at her character model. If you've watched the previous Nova Storm Talk, this is pretty much just going to be a repeat. But there are rather significant changes to her kit, which we're going to be going over. Her trait, Permanent Cloaking, Holo Decoy, create a holographic decoy. Pinning Shot, slows and damages enemies. Snipe, fires a shot that deals a large amount of damage the first target it hits. Her heroic abilities are Precision Strike, deals high damage with an unlimited range, and Triple Tap. Fires 3 high-powered rounds at a target. Now, although Nova's had significant changes, her playstyle has not particularly changed. So I'm not really going to go in as in depth as I have. If you want to know more about how good playstyles for Nova, you can check out the previous Storm Talk for her. As you can see, all of her abilities are pretty much the same. Couple of differences in cooldowns and damage, but nothing majorly different. What is different is in her talents, which we will be going into shortly. Okay? Since I've already demonstrated her, just to demonstrate the stats, I do not believe these have changed, but just in case. As you can see, at max HP, 3,890 with an 8.03 regeneration, 790 mana with 5.83 regeneration, 330 attack damage with a 1 second, or 1 attack per second. I believe it was 1 attack every, or 1.25 attack speed previously. But she also has a range of 6.5. Now take a look at her talents. She has the general talent for Conjurer's Pursuit. She also has the Psyops Rangefinder, which increases the snipe range by 20%. It now also reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds, making this an amazing talent. Pretty much, it kind of makes it tough, because Conjurer's Pursuit, you're throwing out more spells, but that drops Snipe down into an 8-second cooldown. It gives it 20% more range. It's pretty nice. Ambush Snipe, 20% more damage when used from Cloak, or when used out of Cloak. They've kind of increased the threshold to 1 second, so it doesn't have to be your boom. You could stun somebody and then smash ambush snipe them, but the idea is you're coming out of Cloak and surprising them. And taser rounds increase the duration of pinning shot to 4 seconds. Level 4, boost shot. Hitting an enemy hero with snipe will refund 50% of the mana cost. Killing that enemy hero will refund 100% of the mana cost. Kind of nice. Focus fire. Permanent, reduces the cooldown of pinning shot by 1 second. Every time Nova deals damage to the enemy, when you pin somebody down and then shoot them more, you can pin them down more, or you can use pin more often. I'm stumbling over my words. I really shouldn't be. Remote delivery increases the range and vision of Holo Decoy by 100%. This used to be like level 13. So the way this is now, you can actually build Holo Decoy. You don't actually have to worry about everything bouncing into each other. We're going to take the boosting shot. or a booster shot. Yeah. 7. At level 7, you have 1 in the chamber. After using an ability, you gain 50% additional damage on the next attack. Hot Shot. Your basic attacks deal 3 times or are 3 times slower, but deal 330% total damage. Yeah, basically you gain a 30% damage increase at the risk or at the lack of multiple shots. Makes you a little weaker if you have like a support Lily, but pretty much stronger in every other situation that I can think of anyway. Explosive rounds. Snipe also deals 50% to damage to enemies near the impact site. Covert Ops reduces the mana for pinning shot by 5 for every second you are cloaked. Yeah, basically if you run around cloaked, you can pin shot. This goes really nice with the ambush, so you can pin and then ambush, especially later on when you get the people take more damage when they're pinned down. And Digital Shrapnel reduces the cooldown of Hollow Decoy by 2 seconds. Hollow Decoy also explodes for damage. We're going to take Hot Shot because it is new and it's the most changing thing. As you can see, she now deals more than 1,000 damage per shot, but attacks once every 3 seconds, basically. As you can see, she 3-shots a tower. Yeah, there aren't many times that is capable of happening. We're going to take Precision Strike for no reason. At level 13, Spell Shield and Rewind or General Talents. Lethal Decoy. Decoy now deals 25% of Nova's damage. Does this allow it to use abilities? Huh. We'll have to check that one, actually. Advanced Cloaking. When cloaking, you move 25% faster, and your basic abilities cooldowns regenerate 25% faster. Basically, while you're invisible, you're able to start smashing things off faster. Really nice for running between lanes and ganking. They did remove her regeneration. She used to have a regeneration feature. She also used to have vampirism. They wanted to remove a lot of her survivability because she was able to be extremely strong. Okay, so we're going to go Lethal Decoy. Next, she has Railgun. Snipe penetrates through first enemy it hits, deals 50% damage to subsequent targets. Snipe's cooldown is also reduced by 1 second for each target it hits. Also, remember, we took if Snipe hits a hero, 50%. So you could basically start actually gaining mana by sniping into your enemy team. At least if the math... It's kind of hard to test it here, but I think the math works there. Crippling Shot. Enemies hit by pinning shot become vulnerable and take 25% extra damage for its duration. Double Fake. Cast a Hollow Decoy. Create an additional decoy at your location. Decoys now have movement AI. We're going to take that one. And finally, we're just going to take the second Precision Strike. Now, let's demonstrate this a little bit. We now have 2. I'm the guy back here. So as you can see, they are using abilities. It's just not quite as clear as it could be. If you're building a decoy, I'm actually kind of in love with this ability because it just plain and simple is nice. Because you are getting a minion once you start leveling them up. You do literally get a minion. And as nice as it is, that minion... yeah, having 2 minions is kind of one of those things that you can't really argue the benefits of negatively. Now, some things to note. With her new things, as we discussed earlier, remote delivery actually not that bad now that they are capable of, like, now that you can take lethal decoy at the same time. Yeah, like literally just being able to throw them farther, never a bad thing. Um, just like digital shrapnel, not a bad idea either. You can put them in the middle of things. I do admit that I actually believe that I am wrong. Let's give ourselves a couple of levels real quick. Okay, this time we're just going to build straight up. We'll take that again. We'll just build straight up into the clones. Turn back on minions. I do believe that I was mistaking the hotshot ability for snipe. No, they do definitely seem to be using snipe. Okay. As you can see, the little red dot that they keep shooting out on occasion. So as you can see, although a little bit hard to control, saying they're AI driven and not hand driven, just being able to walk in and go, by the way, now there's 3 Novas, deal with me. Extremely powerful. Anyway, this was a little look into the new Nova. Sorry it's not nearly as long or as in depth as my previous ones, but the old Nova video is still perfectly fine to watch. This one just kind of goes in a little bit more into the newer talents and one new style, which is now her Holodrone style of building. She doesn't have quite the same survivability, but she has a bunch more utility, being able to drop her cooldown so quickly, and literally just to be able to go, hi, by the way, now there's 3 of me. Anyway, I hope you were able to enjoy this tiny little storm talk, and have a nice day.